Why do I think apprenticeships are important? I'm a product of an apprenticeship myself. I came up through that route. I'm a very keen advocate of apprentices. I think we need to be thinking about how we grow and develop our young people into the next stars of tomorrow. Very early on, we identified a skills gap within our organisation, trying to find electricians, skilled individuals such as carpenters. It's a real challenge, and I think we decided that we really need to grow our own to address that. But really, we're very keen to go into schools and tell them what it is we're doing here, particularly with the renewable energies that we're involved in. I guess the end game is to fire up young individuals, to get them interested in what we're doing here. Eventually, they would come to us as work experience students and maybe ultimately become one of our next apprenticeships. I'm trying to get across to these youngsters, and these are people who are going to leave now, that it's okay if school's not for you, if sixth form isn't the route that you want to follow all the way to university. An apprenticeship is a viable alternative to that process. And I keep saying, and this is the bit that my mums and dads follow up straight away, you earn while you learn.
Mae cael apprentice yn fy tîm wedi bod yn profiad cadarnhaol iawn I fi. Mae Nathan wedi dod â syniadau newydd i'r tîm, a mae wedi bod yn wych I gwylio fe datblygu a symud ymlaen efo'i gwaith a ddysgu hefyd.
I think firms should seriously look at the apprenticeship route. The first benefit is that it's like a very, very long job interview. You get to know that person very well. You deal with the ups and downs of their career. They come out of it fully experienced, having been immersed in law for 7 whole years. That is very different to somebody who could come to you from university and spend 2 years with you and then expect to essentially know it all in what is can be a very complex job to work in certain areas. You get value for money from solicitor apprentices. They do provide fee earning for you. They were able to fit into a department very quickly. They also became quite financially aware of the return that they would bring to the firm. And I think that they just grew with the experience that they were getting from the people that they worked with. I think it's healthy for them to experience a number of areas of law. In doing so, you are then looking for your future talent to then become the solicitors, senior solicitors, and part of the business long term. When recruiting into a firm, whether it's a solicitor apprentice or anybody, you have got an eye on the future. And I always personally interview everybody who joins the firm, because they may start as somebody in a training position, but they may ultimately be the person sitting around the table with me at some point making business decisions. And that's the good thing about working in a firm in this area. Until we had a solicitor apprentice, a lot of people didn't know what or how they qualified and what they would be doing, and therefore I think from that perspective we were learning from Jordan whilst Jordan was learning from us at the same time. So
why do I think apprentices are good? Because I used to be one, and now I try and help the apprentices. I know that from my own personal experience I need time, and if I don't get it first time, it's not the end of the world for them, because most of them are very young. So yeah, just try and give them time and nurture them a bit, make sure that they're not just going the wrong way. If they try and point them in the right direction, make them think for themselves as well. That's very important. So.
I had quite a negative experience within my apprenticeship, which I think has helped me then realise what an apprentice needs, and how we here at Makefast can actually do that for them. We don't want cheap labour. We don't cater any of our apprentices into our labour. We are focused on building them as individuals, and also obviously having that benefit to the company that they are our future. By giving them a bad experience during an apprenticeship, you could put them off their entire future career path. So again, it comes down to committing to actually providing them with their future goals and everything that they need to get there. And I think if you're going to do that and you're going to put yourself in a position as a company to say, we're going to take on apprentices, it should be for the right reasons and not for anything other than progressing academically and practically. We've had multiple help in taking on apprentices throughout the years that we've been doing it. There's local training providers that will also help, so help either through the college or independent training. Dependent on whereabouts you are in Mid Wales, there's different organisations that can always guide you in that direction. It's not just paperwork, it's not just filling in forms and putting them out on shop floor or in the offices. It's a lot more personal than that, and if you get the right training provider, then you are kept up to date all the way through. You don't have to worry about, is this being done or is that being done, because they will support you in that as well. And it's all about the overall support that you get rather than you just being left alone to do it yourself.
I would advise anyone to go down this route if you're a manager or a business, to invest in your staff, because you will just get reward straight back.
You can be really creative and flexible with the way you write a job description. So you can make that tailored towards whatever the role is, make it really simple and easy for people to see themselves in that job and be able to identify with that. I think people are really attracted to the fact that there's support with apprenticeships, so it's a comfortable way into your business. It's something that they'll be supported in, and they can often see from day one what's going to happen at the end of that apprenticeship, and that there's a clear pathway. What I would advise you if you're a small or medium business is talk to people. That is absolutely what has helped me. What I would say is what they told me in 5 minutes would have taken me 2 weeks to research, and it's absolutely very supportive. So I think if you're setting up a scheme or thinking of employing, doesn't matter if it's 1 apprentice or 10, the thing to do is to talk and to reach out to other businesses, be they small or large.
The reason I took on an apprentice was basically just to give somebody a chance to enter the industry and be successful. If you're a successful business, then you have resilience built in, and perseverance would be one of the skills you have. Seek support and help. There are plenty of help and support at their business forums, blogs, other employers, local colleges, training bodies, and that's what I did, and I got lots of support. I went to see the accountant to see how that would work, so I got financial guidance, and I did muddle through things a little bit at times, but I worked through it, and on reflection, I have to say, it was relatively easy. I kind of thought it was the right kind of thing to do, and I wanted it to do it, and I wanted it to work. There were times when I thought, yeah, okay, am I doing the right thing? Because I have to say, I'm a small business, and this is my first employee, so I have to, take that into consideration. But on reflection, I've enjoyed the experience. I've enjoyed working with an apprentice. I've kind of decided to give the apprentice as many opportunities as possible in the field of carpentry. That's how I did it, and I thought it was a great experience, and I'm trying to mimic the same experience for the apprentice, really. Given her the experiences from the outset, the payback is going to be much sooner for me, because she'll be more competent and more confident. And ideally, I suppose, kind of rose-tinted view is that if she decides to stay with me, that'll be great, post-apprenticeship. If she doesn't, I'll think, yeah, great for her to have the skills to move on and hopefully be successful herself.